Well, truly, Sarojini Naidu ji's words are inspirational for every generation. और अब डीडी मॉर्निंग शो में वक्त आ गया है कि हम उस सम्मानित मेहमान का स्टूडियो में स्वागत करें जिन्होंने अपने रचनात्मक कौशल से हमें कई सारे शॉर्ट फिल्म्स और नाटक दिए हैं। क्यों दिशा? एक ऐसे कलाकार, एक ऐसे डायरेक्टर जिन्होंने कई सारे नाटकों का मंचन किया है, केवल देश में नहीं बल्कि विदेश में भी, और अपने नाटकों के जरिए दर्शकों के दिलों में एक खास जगह बनाई है।
बिल्कुल, जी हाँ। तो चलिए स्वागत करते हैं हमारे अगले मेहमान शेमेज कुमार जी का।
नमस्कार शेमेज जी, वेलकम टू डीडी मॉर्निंग शो।
Namaskar, good morning. Thank you for inviting me to the DD studio.
You've had a very fulfilling career from Kerala to Kuwait as an engineer. You started and then as a theatre and film director. Recently, you were also the cultural coordinator for the programs that were hosted for Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji when he had visited Kuwait. So how was the entire experience?
It's a very thrilling experience, in fact. Yeah, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was visiting Kuwait after a very long gap of 43 years of India-Kuwait bilateral relationship. So that was a groundbreaking event for us. So in fact, I was engaged as a cultural coordinator for the whole event by the Embassy of India, by the Honorable Ambassador of India to Kuwait, Dr. Adarsh Waika. And the whole embassy staff was with me to support the event, and they have assigned me to do the coordination for that.
Right.
And there was a lot of organizations in Kuwait, cultural organizations, dance schools, and then different district associations, state associations. So I coordinated with all those groups to do a cultural events. Almost like 26 cultural events were performed on the stage. It happened in a stadium. You can say almost 4,000 to 5,000 people attended that one. And there was another event which happened in a hotel when the Prime Minister arrived directly from the airport. Okay. So that's a reception event where we gathered like 5 forms of dance forms, starting from Bihu, Kathak, Odissi, Mohiniyattam, Kathakali, and fused together to a single music, and then a percussion instrument with welcoming the Prime Minister with the Panjavadyam, from Kerala style, yes. You can say. So he enjoyed all those things. He communicated with the artist, each and every artist, and he recognized the Panjavadyam also, and he spoke to the artist. So they were all very happy. They were very thrilled,
Right.
Yeah.
So your journey from Kerala to Kuwait, when you look back at it, how do you find it?
See, it started. You can say I have been attached to art from my childhood itself.
Okay.
So and then in college time, I used to watch and then do something in. I do painting also. So and I'm fond of fashion. I'm passionate in singing.
Right.
I'm not a singer, but I'm passionate for that. So and theatre also. So theatre has immense potential of expressing your art forms, ideas. So and another thing is like genre is like movies and all. So altogether, I started my working profile from Delhi itself. Then I moved to Kuwait. Then we have like a working time of from 7 to 3 and 5 a week. So probably when you move to another country, you lose all your. I mean, you will be so nostalgic to all your. You're missing a lot of things.
Yes.
So people started to recreate, or they charge themselves to make it happen. They gather together. So that's how actually we started, and we have an organization called Kuwait Engineers Forum. It's almost like 1,000+ members organizations, especially Keralite engineers, you can say. There are many organizations like that. So I was part of that KE of the Kuwait Engineers Forum.
Okay.
And we celebrate Onam, the same like Diwali, and then so in that one there are a lot of cultural events happening. So even plays are there.
Yeah.
Then I used to do my own ways to how to do the how to execute the things.
Right.
So I go with a contemporary kind of execution for the plays and all. Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah.
You're an engineer as well as a director. So how do you manage both the professions, as these both are totally different professions from each other? So is this difficult for you to manage them, and how you do that?
According to me, an engineer should be a good artist. He's an architect for the world.
True.
So yeah, engineers make the world. In fact,
Very
see,
well.
everybody is an artist. To be frank, art is there in everyone's mind, or you need to just ignite it. Sometimes it's a different. Even you say life is an art. Cooking is an art. We say everything is an art, right?
Yeah.
So everybody have their own styles. So how do you express? That's the only way. The medium what you express. People go to movies. People go to theater. People do paint. People do sing. So these are all art. So altogether you combine. It's our life. It's an art.
Yeah.
So how do you utilize? That's the only difference. See, as an engineer, of course, I have my profession, and I have my cultural profile. So I used to try to balance both, because engineering is my bread and butter.
Right.
So, but art, without art, I think nobody can you see. Everybody is a singer, right? Even
Yeah.
at least in the bathroom, you sing. So it's in everybody's mind, and you feel happy. Ultimately, we need happiness, right? You need to keep everyone happy, keep the world happy. That's the ultimate aim of art.
When I look at your production, Shemej, one thing that is very interesting is your production, The Persistence of Memory. It's based on Salvador Dali's paintings, and Salvador Dali's paintings are surreal. How do you translate that, which itself is surreal, into something which is theatrical?
You see, unlike movies, theatre has immense potential
Right.
to express your ideas, because it's like the stage is an imaginary world. You create this image in the minds of the people. See, that persistence of memory is an abstract, and the ultimate of an abstract and a surrealistic painting, right? So the melting clock, basically.
Right.
So it has different interpretations and meanings. So I have taken my own things, because the persistence of memory that haunted me a lot. That was like, and in that particular the background, I have created my play. A person who is committed suicide, talking to his soul, like that, So it was like they meet each other, and then they're talking, and then so it goes to the memories and the behind that. So that was the background for that particular play.
Okay.
And I did it for the first time in an alumni meet in Kerala for my college people.
Yeah.
So many people joined in that one. We did it that the first time. I done the other Kafka play also.
Yes, Metamorphosis. At least for me, if I talk about myself, I think it was my introduction to Kafka. And what writing it is, it's like absolutely out of the world. And then, you put it into a theatrical production, you make it into a play. Again, that's something commendable.
Thank you. See, in fact, if you look at that Metamorphosis, many people all over the world have done that, many times, many forms of, even people have done it in a bus station, or in routes and all. It has different interpretations. So I also did. I not done much experiment on that particular play, which is just translated, or which is just transformed from one platform to another, from in an Indian scenario, especially in a Kerala scenario, which I brought that play. So that again, theatre gives me the freedom to do that experiments on that one. I have done this one, Waiting for Godot. Almost, I think, some 20-25 plays I did in Kuwait and back in India. I was awarded by the Kerala Sangeet Nagada Academy, the best director, in 2014. And I received from the Rotary International Award, and then some Global Theatre Excellence Award, like that. Some few things came into my life. Yeah.
So congratulations on that. But then these awards, how do they inspire you to move forward as an artist?
See, every recognition is like it's an encouragement to you. I mean, as a person, definitely. And artist needs some kind of pat on the backside, right? So then only they will feel that. I always leave a space for the audience every time.
So, sir, whenever you direct a play or a film, short film, so you work with many actors, right? So, according to you, what is the most important thing an actor should have?
First of all, as a director, I should be able to distinguish between the medium which I am working.
Yeah.
Theatre has its own space and movie
Yeah.
is totally different. See,
True.
in theatre, you can say actors are the main, the essence of the art, you know, because in theatre, director is nothing. Director can just give a way, way forward, or you can tell them do this way. But ultimately, it's the actors, they perform. They are the, and it is theatre is a space where this blood and flesh is there, no? Like it's alive, it's life. Whereas in films, you have the director is the master.
Yeah.
You have the right to cut and then redo and retake and as much as you want until you get the exact, you extract the right
Exactly.
things, right?
Yes.
So that's the main difference. And different styles, like contemporary ways of doing things, or in the conventional, the traditional theatres, and different arena and proscenium, and so you can do as much as the way you want to do. My theatre life, I also did some kind of experiments, which is I taken the play out of the proscenium theatre, and we went to the street and the outdoor areas.
Right.
I named it as like a motion theatre. It's a moving theatre kind of culture.
Black Gold was also
Yeah,
one of your productions.
that's the one I'm talking about, the Black Gold only. Black Gold was talking about a group of people. They wanted to own oil.
Right.
Yeah, but owning oil is it's an utopian concept. Nobody owns oil, right? It's a national property. But
Yeah.
so a group of people, 5 people on mission to take oil, to own oil. They start their journey starts from one place. So that's the first space, and they travel along through a bus. So that was my transport medium,
Yeah.
and they reached another place. That's another desert, you can say.
So when they're traveling in the bus, so the audience is also traveling along with them in the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had a limitation, but was, as the technology improves, we had a live streaming of this, what is happening. So almost 50 people can travel along with the actors. So the act that's also part of the act. So
Right.
then it moves all the way. So conceptually what I did is, it started in a school, one place from the school, and then the bus moved through the road and some few kilometers, and then it came back to another place in the same school.
And the entire journey was being live streamed?
Yeah, that was live streamed, and so and that was very good, well accepted, you can say.
We all do watch films, but we always have a favorite genre in films. Like what kind of films you like the most to direct?
It's a very difficult question, in fact. I do all genres of movies, basically. If you look at, I did a 1-minute film also, and then 5 minutes, then it goes to, my last film was 30 minutes. That was, so this 1-minute film was done by a Kuwaiti actress, so it's like an abstract film, you can say. So if you go into that kind of genres, then you need to be a little bit abstract into that, but effectively you have to convey the message, storytelling.
يلا يلا تعالي يمي يمي
And sir, you have directed many theatre plays, right? So what was your favorite one till now?
Something that's really close to your heart.
Every play has its own role, because I got award for this, a play called Ushna Meghalayile Pengutti, that's a Malayalam name, Girl in Summer Zone, you can say. Basically that was talking about there is a I don't call it a tradition, there is it's a Mysore Kalyanam, it's like people come from maybe from other countries, and they marry some girls for money, and that's between in India also. It's
Yeah, in fact, this was very much in news, you know, recently.
Correct.
Yeah, there have been a lot of people who have been advocating against it, and they've been raising their voices against it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So talking about Balyakala Sakhi and you know, the last moments that were basically of Mamukoya, the legendary artist, how did you portray something so poignant?
Bashir, from maybe all over India probably is inspired us a lot, you know,
True.
as a writer. So he's the story Balyakala Sakhi also haunted me a lot. Like when I was reading for the first time, it was, you know, very touching. Like, you know, the love never happened. You know, it could not succeed. So that's like what was Suhara wanted to tell to Majid.
Yeah.
That was the tagline of the story. So fortunately, my wife belongs to that place in Calicut, in Baipur, where we call Baipur Sultan. He was called Vivek Muhammad Bashir, and his son Mr. Anis Bashir was my college mate, senior in college. So we gathered together sometimes, and we are just talking about it, like, you know. So then they were asking, like, you were doing in Kuwait, why don't you do it one in India? Back in
India, yeah.
Then we started talking about, then I told, I'll look into your fathers only. Then of course that was the catch, like, you know, the Balyakala Sakhi. Then we started working on that one. For me, like many people have done Balyakala Sakhi, even Mammootty played from Malayalam, and that's Balyakala Sakhi. But for me, I just don't want to just copy the film, the novel as it is. I have taken into a contemporary adaptation of the novel. You know, the characters was on present. So in my story, it was a person, a reader, or an ardent fan of Bashir, who wanted to see his house. He started going from his workplace Calcutta to see the author's house. Okay, to see that, because he has some significant things at his home, a mangosteen tree. And some, you know, a record player, old record player. These are the signatures of the Vivek Muhammad Bashir, the Soja Rajakumari song. So all those things, and a black tea. All these are very, very significant pictures. So these guys started going there. So eventually he becomes the character of his play. I mean, the novel. So he himself will be there. Sometimes you can correlate this person to the, and he met his childhood friend on the way. She got married to a butcher or somebody. That one, exactly the same story. But I told in another way. It was well accepted by the people. I mean, all the critics of you know, all the fans of Bashir, like, you know.
And we would really like to thank you from the bottom of our heart for being a part of DD Morning Show here today. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. Thank you, Shemej, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching me this much time. Thanks for inviting me to the DD studio. Thank you.